Like, let's make it like really. Hold on.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Representing.
Hashtag representative. Hi everybody, welcome to the Culture Flip Side today. And Kevin, what we're talking about today?
Well, today we're talking about Black literature.
Oh my God.
And I'm really excited.
No, I am always more excited than you are.
I don't know about that right now. All right. So good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. Bonjour. Bon dia. Ni hao. Memenjes. Dobre utro. Namaste. Sawadi. Chawem. Manga nangu manga. Como ye? Sopa wanang sung. Assalamu alaikum. Privet. Guten Tag, Calamara, Konnichiwa, and as they say in some neighborhoods, what's good? Want to welcome you all to the Cultural Flip Side. Yeah.
Hi everybody, I am Pauline Batista, and no, I will not give you 20 some whatever, highs, good mornings, lows. But I am very happy to have you here with us today, and I'm very happy to be here with Kevin to talk about Black literature.
Absolutely.
Right, and it's so funny because when I think of Black literature, I think of a lot of different things, right? So we learned that literature is really like history with emotions, right?
Absolutely.
And that when that comes together, it's just something really powerful. I think that the first form of literature that comes to mind to me, because I'm a very musical person, is really music, right? So, for example, growing up in Brazil, I am from Brazil, for those of you who haven't watched before, get used to that. I am from Brazil, and, I remember being a kid and listening to, Mariah Carey, who is a writer. Folks know her as a singer, right? And knowing her as a writer and, listening to her music just really made me think about a lot of different things, and I couldn't even understand the lyrics.
Oh my God.
So I think, I heard that, you and I, let's make a pact. I know she didn't write that. We must bring salvation back. Like the emotion that comes with that text through song, man, gave me all sorts of feelings that I couldn't even understand.
That's beautiful.
Right? And I think that that's what, Black literature is all about. Touching you through lived experiences, through song, through book writing, poetry, you name it. What's your take on Black literature?
When I think about Black literature for me, I think about myself as a kid. I was
How
really,
long ago was that?
I know. But when I was a kid, I had the opportunity to learn about Black history in Africa, the continent, right? And learning about the contributions that way. And then when I was a sophomore in high school, I learned a Latin poem. And the poem goes like this. Expende halibalam, colibras and duque sumuenwenius, hicis quinan capit Africa maro. So not to go too much into the poem, but expende halibalam was Hannibal. And he was like a great emperor.
Hannibalum.
Right? Hannibalum, right?
Yeah.
From Morocco, modern day Morocco. So what that taught me was that we had a history before slavery.
Oh.
So that literature and the books and the writing empowered me to want to get to know a little bit more about myself.
Right.
And that's why I'm so excited about today's show.
So am I.
Because we got some incredible guests.
Stop.
We got an 11-year-old in the guest today who's also doing some...
A star.
A star.
An 11-year-old star. Sorry, he doesn't know what he's saying. Carry on, Kevin.
Oh my gosh. And he wrote his first book when he was 8 years old.
What were you doing when you were 8?
When I was 8,
do you remember?
I was carrying a briefcase to school. I wanted to be, back in the day, this guy named Michael J. Fox.
Oh my God, stop.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
Yeah. I used to want to learn the stock market when I was 8. Oh my God. I know, it's crazy.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. I was a nerd.
You were?
Yes.
In the past?
In the past. And I still am. Oh my God, Black nerds.
That's what it kind
Black
of implied.
Nerds.
But you were saying, you were saying that we have guests today.
Yeah. Ooh,
right? Don't get too carried away.
Oh my God, yeah. Ooh. I kept thinking about the black nerd thing, you know, because
Stop.
me and
Stop.
Pharrell, we got, you know, me and Pharrell go way back in the J. Jeez.
So we have our guests today, you know, and our watchers. So let's just, and I mean, who do we have today, Kevin? Do you remember?
You know what? The person I think we need to bring on first is the Italian stallion, known as Marco Polo. Marco the Stallion, Italian Stallion is in the building. And he wants to share some thoughts about Black history, what Black history means to him as a white man.
Share away.
So, Marco,
listen.
if you can introduce yourself to the world before you begin. Who are you, Marco? Marco Fabretti.
Listen, I'm just a regular guy, man. I'm from New Britain, Connecticut, formerly relocated to New London, Connecticut for 5 years, where we started doing some positive, impactful things for the community, man, where I found my gift and talent in poetry, where I found my gift and talent in public speaking and helping the youth, man. So we've been doing that for like 5 years, man. It's where I also started up a company called Stop the Lie. And the purpose of that is to redirect lives to testimonies and poetry, man, giving hope to the hopeless, empowering the addicted, empowering the younger generation. So Stop the Lie, that's what we started out there in New London. So New London kind of birthed my talents and my gifts, so I love it. I'm relocated now into Haverstraw, New York, man. I'm out here in the Rockland County in New York. So started working at a school now again out here. So I'm excited for the new journey out here, man. So yeah, Marco Anthony Fabretti. The name is Marco for him. That's for God, but also hymns like poetry, man. That's what we do with the music and with the poetry, man. So grateful to be on the show, Kev. Much love to everybody out there. I appreciate the positive energy. And yeah, we got a poem called My Views we're about to present today.
Well, Marco,
and I hope that you can understand where I'm coming from. Yeah,
I love the energy. I love your.
Just my views, bro.
Emotional already.
You see that?
I'm like, what an introduction. I mean, how can you top that?
Wow. So, Marco, what does Black history mean to you?
Listen, Black history
as a white man, as an Italian man, why is it important?
That is a great question.
Yeah, why is it important to study Black history?
That's an amazing question, man. I need to study Black history because of the students that I'm interacting with on a daily basis, man. The community that I've been involved with growing up all my life, you know. I need to be educated. I need to be informed. And I've been in those communities all my life, but now I'm making a change in those communities. So now it's even more important than ever that I am just out here doing the right thing. With the knowledge, and because sometimes we could take what we've been through and reciprocate that back in a negative way. I want to take what I've been through and bring that back in a positive way, man, to change lives, man. So I want to know all about the underdogs, and I feel like Black history kind of brings out all the underdogs who never were talked about, who never got the credit for what they were doing. Sometimes I feel just like that, so I'm always rooting for the underdog, man. So I feel like I'm one of those. Wow. So I feel like Black history is my history because it roots for the underdog, man. Let's go.
Okay.
Go ahead, Pauline.
Now, I have a question now, like literally a burning question. So you mentioned everything that you went through. So when did you start understanding yourself as this underdog, you know, persona? Like, when did you think about yourself as, you know, Marco Fabretti, like the poet, this person who is, you know, in touch with literature? Like, when did that start to happen for you?
Man, I have to say maybe it was like early high school, man, high school days, you know. You know, when I went to public school for the first time in 10th grade, man. So like I've been like sheltered from like public schools, you know, and I had a good education, but I went to like population, man, in like 10th, 11th grade. And that's when I realized like I have to now compete with all these people. And you know what I'm saying? Like I was homeschooled for a while and doing a school over here, and I wasn't in a real school environment like that. So now I had to compete, man. That's what it's all about in high school, right? Young people can let you know the truth about that. It's competition. So I never was able to really compete like that, man, or really be looked at like everybody else was looked at in a popular way. So from there, you know, I had to start, you know, I had to deal with that emotional pain, you know, of being overlooked.
Yeah. I'm going to ask another question because I don't want to assume things. So once you realize that sort of competitive, unhealthy, you know, I'm from Brazil, Marco, and like, I've always watched American films and prom, and that whole anxiety around prom, trust me, I don't resent that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would not want to go through all of that, like during high school. So my follow-up question to you, Marco, is, so when
I didn't go to mine.
think that you can be okay now. So when did you think you could be an agent of change for other people? So when do you step out of yourself to like see yourself as someone who wants to bring change to other folks who are kind of, going through the same thing or struggling with other things?
Yeah, so there it is. Step out of myself. I guess when you have like a passion that's bubbling inside of you, when you get tired of like feeling what you want to do, but not being able to do what you want to do because of the fear, I guess when that just gets to the point where it's just like, you know what? I don't even care what people think no more. I'm just going to risk it all because I have a passion and I believe in something. So I want to give it out to the world. And I got to say that was on June 27th, 2015, 3 months in New London. I only lived there for 3 months.
27th.
Didn't know nobody.
He said June 27th, 2015.
And I'll never forget that date.
Wow.
I was given an opportunity to do a 15-minute music set. I'd never done anything like that. I couldn't speak in front of people to save my life. It was at Fulton Park in New London, Connecticut. We had like thousands of people there totaling the whole day. Communities will come. There's a big stage. They had headliners, music groups, people who are really doing this for a living. And here I am asked to do something that I'd never done before. But you know what? Every day I was like Rocky. I just got done watching Creed 2. I felt like Rocky. I'm training. I'm going to the pier. I'm reciting my music. I bought a stopwatch so I don't go over 15 minutes. Every 2 a.m, I'm at the pier, throwing in punches, man, reciting those verses, man. So listen, you know what happens though when you say yes to God sometimes, or you say yes to your calling. So the headliner canceled, so I got to open and close it, man. I brought my boy down there. He was playing the guitar. I had my boy DJ and my nieces were up there. Yo, we shut it down and we impacted people in a positive way.
Wow. Marco, you got me so excited. I want to hear one of your poems, and I want to hear one of your poems that really resonate with you. And also, as Pauline has said, being that change agent, if you could share one of your poems with the world right now, I would greatly appreciate it. Marco
Yeah,
Fabretti.
no doubt. So this poem was birthed out of the fact that I had to go do a diversity event. Actually, it was with Kevin Booker, and we had to go do a diversity event. So I had to write about diversity. And you know what? This was always in me, but never was birthed out of me until I put the pen to the paper. And I'm grateful because it became one of my greatest works of art so far. So it's called My Views, and it's just me. It's just what I see, what I feel, what I'm going through. So I just want to let you guys hear that today. So let's get it. Listen. I'm going to get straight to the point, because nowadays, if you dare to be different, they hate, they stare, and they point. Yo, they laugh and they say things under their breath. But since they don't value themselves, I guess there's nobody else to respect. But don't ever let their comments change how you live in, because it's the ones who wasn't cool in school who come here making the difference. For me, only one way to live, and that's free. Free from lies, free from pain, free no change, freedom reigns for those with the right mindset. But nowadays, the truth is like a secret. Shh. They're making it hard for you to find it. But I'm free. I'm free from what they think. After all, they're just thoughts. See, now it's only me. My friends were supposed to help me stop the lie, but it got bought. And God's saying I made my people to thrive, yet y'all satisfied with the fact you ain't died yet before 25? We got to do better. We in the winter. Buckle up and come up with a plan for the summer. And who says I'm not a man of color?
Marco, say
who
what?
Says,
Marco,
I said,
say
who
what?
says I'm not a man of color? And who says I'm not one of the brothers? Because the definition of a brother is just another equal human being who's running the same race. So whoever said unity was limited to one race straight lied through their teeth. Boy, I am unique. Ain't nobody like me. And I came on here to turn down the volume of anybody wanting to stereotype me.
Oh,
see, I moved from the inner city to a small town, not even a city. Is y'all with me? And I was different from the jump. I went from New Britain trying not to get jumped to living in a white town, being profiled by police without a black face, but they identified my speech and style of clothes with the black race. So that means I was stopped, searched, and told to stay flat face on the pavement. And that made me just hate them. And this would happen often, bro. But what's ironic is the only one that helped me was the only black officer. So, dear young canvases, do not leave your brush in the world's hands. They'll try painting you. And that's a message for us all. Why? They make white crayons for black paper too. So I got to be careful how I'm speaking to y'all. That's why I only write what the truth is with my truth pen. I came to stop the lies so the truth win. Because these fake rappers, same color, gonna hustle and trap you. Does that mean I got to be the one to speak up for the black youth? Nah, wait. That's just so they can see my views. Yo, imagine my life. I'm like a blank outline. This white skin just makes it perfect for them to try to color me in with all their ideas and opinions of who I should be. But if I listened, I'd still be in that prison. I would have never caught the vision of who I could be. And I won't let them lie to me. Like how diversity is really just variety. But nowadays it's turning into bullying and segregation in a world of more, not less. We all staying limited, narrow-minded, and racist. Man, I hate this. And I hate that I hate this. But at the same time, with hate, how can I erase this? So I came here to tackle the issue by spreading love on my pages. I'm different. And we all heard that saying, right? Get in where you fit in. But I'm here to tell the youth that if they never step out, then they'll never make a difference. That's my views. Much love. Marco for him. Stop the lie. Let's get it.
Thank you so much, Marco. Thank you.
Jeez.
Thank you.
That was fire.
Yeah, right. I think that it's really important for him, and he does that really well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledging his space and his identity and kind of like talking about that, that is major, right? And I think that's that's what I really appreciate about, your authenticity and your hustle, and, really, I'm very thankful that you're here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the goal.
Marco, you know what? I think we need to bring Ron in on this one real quick.
Right.
Because, Marco, we want to challenge you really quick. I want to see your skill set. Before we close out today, we're going to give you 5 words, and we're going to make these 5 words up because this is the cultural flip side. And on the cultural flip side, Marco, we are creative, and we want the world to know the truth because this is the cultural flip side. So, Pauline, you think of 2 words. I'll think of 2 words. And Ron, we're going to have Ron also bring in 2 words as well because we've been watching you and observing you. And as we know, as people, 93% of the way we observe people is nonverbal and 7% is verbal. So our nonverbal skills, we're going to interpret right now what we want to hear from you, and we're going to bring it to the world. So this is the cultural flip side. So here we go. Paulina?
I have 2 words. So my 2 words are other guests.
Other
guests.
All right.
Other guests? Like guests as in staying in a room?
Just, you think about it as you want.
Okay.
Yeesh. This girl, something. Wow.
I'm very mild today.
Yeah.
Actually, Marco.
Okay, I see Ron over there. He's thinking. 2 words. Yeah. Yeah, 2 words that come to your mind when you think of Marco and his, as he was speaking and sharing his life.
Yeah, I think, high level.
High level. Okay, Marco, I'm going to share motivation and homeless.
Yeah.
And I want you to do something off the top of your head right now on the cultural flip side. This is off the top of the dome. 1 minute. Let's go.
Okay.
Cultural flip side, and that's what you got to put in there.
Listen, I got the right people around me. I'm not giving some other my best. Because if I don't like you, I go and get another guest. No, I got to learn how to live with people I don't like or don't click with. Taking some other steps to get big with. When I go at a high level, elevate my mind. It's mine, my time, my level. But it's no substance abuse this time. It's all clear-minded on my level. It's a high level. Nah, get the shovel. Bury the old me. He gone. Sing a song. Mourn over me. Nah, now they rejoice. I'm around here. Let's go at a high level, high altitude. Feel like I'm on a plane flying, see the cloud level. Motivation, that's what I do. Plus I inspire too. Plus I inspire to be like other brothers I look up to. So they motivate me. That's why I come here and motivate you. You see, I'm getting it from somewhere. Call them the plug. I'm motivated to keep it real and get these kids off the drugs. Homeless, that's all that brings you to. Nowhere to go, nowhere to sleep, nowhere to eat. Moving on my feet too quick. I gotta stop. Where we go from here? I'm homeless. I don't know. Feel like I just want to drop. Home is where your heart is, what they tell me. And if you ain't got no heart, you ain't got no home. So really, you homeless. That's why I got my heart in check. That's why I got my heart so right. My heart fixed on the Lord. So I'ma move left, not right. No, moving right, not left. Coming, feet marching, right foot, left foot. Never be homeless again. Never left out in the cold. Somebody done rescue me. I'm feeling like I'm good. So I'ma be having a home until I get old. Let's go.
On the cultural flip side.
On the cultural flip side.
It's amazing. I'm like, Marco, Marco, I want you to know that I'm sending you some major love right now.
That's all good, y'all. Thank you guys. Much love back.
Like, it's not easy to be, your brain is like a blender of, feelings, and it's really not easy to be vulnerable like that. And I appreciate your space today. Thank you so much.
Yo, thank you.
Marco, any words or a statement, something you want to leave for the audience? Because a lot of people right now, they're dealing with a lot, when it comes to just anxiety, depression, just to motivate people and inspire them to keep them moving. As you know, with the cultural climate that we're in, and just everything, just the daily grind. Please, Marco Fabretti.
Yo, listen, there is always, I want to tell everybody out there that might be struggling with a mental situation, with a physical situation, with a family, any situation you're in, man. Listen, I'm here to tell you that I am proof. I am living proof, a walking, talking miracle that the story switches. You feel me? It's not going to stay the same forever. Your feelings are going to pass. Emotions, it's all going to pass. The story always switches. The light always comes out at the next day, man. And even if it's a gray sky, the sun's shining behind it. So I'm here to let you know, no matter what you go through, I'm a living testimony that the story switches, man. Let's go. Amazing. Have hope. Hold on. Hold on. Pain ends. That's the hope for you today, man. Let's go. Fear.
Marco, I love you. Appreciate you.
Love you too, Marco.
Absolutely. And keep it up. You are such a inspiration.
That's right.
Let's
keep it going. Y'all keep it doing your thing too, man.
Yep. Thank you for being on the Cultural Flip Side today.
Oh my goodness.
Flip side?
Cultural!
Flip side?
Cultural. Okay, that's too crazy.
Cultural.
Yo, when am I going to write the jingle for the show? Where's the jingle for the show? Let's go.
Okay.
Gotta throw the W's up with that one.
That was amazing. That was amazing. And I think that,
wow.
The vulnerability, the space.
Absolutely.
The emotion and everything. You know what? I think we're ready for our second guest.
Yeah.
Would you kindly introduce
Absolutely.
our second guest?
Absolutely. When I think about our second guest, I think about, because it's Black literature today.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about Jewel Parker Rhodes, who wrote the book Ghost Boys. Yeah. And this book helps you to focus on like Emmett Till and what happened to Emmett Till and how things are still occurring today. Mm-hmm. But the guest today wrote his own book when he was 8 years old. And the guest today is only 11. And he has his own show on Scholastic. He's a star. So I want to just bring on Luke Lamour. And Luke, I love your bow tie. I love your swag, man.
Hi, Luke.
You are awesome.
Thank you for having me today. It's just such a privilege, and I just really appreciate it.
Luke, can you tell the world about yourself? Who is Luke?
So my name is Luke Lamour, and I'm 11 years old. And as you mentioned, I wrote my first book when I was 8, and I'm currently on Scholastic Kids Press.
Wow.
Scholastic Kids Press team, where they sort of like write articles about what issues matter to them and just kind of inform the people about what is going on. Because without the news, there is no, well...
Wait, I was 8 one time, like a long time ago, I was 8 too.
It must be a really long time ago.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, jeez.
I'm
I mean,
like,
geez.
You're so dusty, and I'm like...
Oh, man.
Them chickies is ash and I'm lotion. Anyway, so Luke, I was 8 years old one time, and I was wondering, like, what was going through your head that you decided to write a book at 8, and what was the book about? Tell me about it.
The title of the book is called Jimmy Carter, From the Peanut Life to the Presidency. So the concept of the book was to explain the life and times of the 39th president, Jimmy Carter. And why I wrote the book about the 39th president of the United States, it all started when I was 4 years old.
Okay, how? What happened?
So my family would go on several family trips when I was a young boy. And my number one favorite, the irreplaceable favorite, was Washington, D.C.
Luke, can we see your book? Because I was told, I think It was by one of your role model, your leader, which is the person you admire all your heart and soul, your dad. He said that you actually did the entire illustrations, all the illustrations on your book. Yes. So, Luke, I would love to see the book by Jimmy Carter. And Luke, if you could let us know, why did you pick Jimmy Carter?
Right. Out of so many
out of all the presidents.
Yeah.
You know, why Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter was one of my favorite presidents, and he still is one of my favorites today. And I have pretty high regard for Jimmy Carter.
Wow.
Like, why? What did he do that is like so amazing? Just
At first, when I was younger, I thought, oh, Jimmy Carter had a peanut farm, and yeah, I really like peanut butter, peanut, everything. But then when I grew older,
You're 11.
Much older.
Oh my gosh! Like, how young were you?
There is a huge difference between being 4 and being 8 and being 11.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I know it's a long time for you, but I get it. Jeez. Oh man.
I mean, it's only you against the whole entirety of America. So I mean, it doesn't really do much. Carry on, honey.
We just having fun, Luke.
You are having fun. Okay, Luke, go ahead. Go ahead, Luke.
When I grew a little older, things started to change. Not necessarily in my opinion, but the reason why I really like Jimmy Carter. His humanitarian efforts just really make me admire him more. And that's
amazing.
And he just did like humanitarian work with Habitat of Humanity, the Carter Center, and overall, he's just still continuing this work today.
Of course, even through like
in his 90s.
Oh yeah, and but also like through legacy things. You know what legacy means, Luke? Of course you do, because you're a writer. Even through his legacy, like through books such as yours. You know what I'm saying? It's really important that you share that, because he does continue to do amazing things. Look at you! Oh, this is great.
It's amazing.
This is really
Luke, do you have your book with you?
I don't think he does.
Yeah. As a matter of fact.
Can you show us your book? Okay. Awesome. Now, can you tell us, like, what inspired you to actually do all the pictures and everything?
Yeah, the creative process.
I kind of figured that it would be a little bit ordinary if someone were to just do it for me. And plus, it was fun for me doing the illustration and just trying to make it funny, sort of.
Okay now.
You hear that?
Okay, so who did you tell for, like, you were 8, because, it's annoying, but, like, when we're kids, we kind of need adults to help us do things, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with, because I feel like children should be doing things by themselves, because I know that y'all can take over any minute, and I would love if this country would be run by Luke, for example. So
and I think Luke want to be president one day.
Oh, he will, 100%.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so Luke, who did you tell first that you wanted to write and illustrate? Like, who was the first person you told, first adult?
So yeah, when I was a little bit younger, I got influence from my parents, because my parents were very instrumental for guiding me through the process of writing my own book.
Wow. Very,
very influential.
Your parents. Now, Luke, can you share with the world the game that you and your sister plays? You especially like the videos that you and your sister have done, where your sister will say a president, the number that the president has served. It was awesome. I love the game. Can you share that game and how you actually learned about so many different presidents as well?
So I went on Washington, D.C. when I was like 4, right?
And you were 4 years old.
Yeah. And then there's like so many monuments, so many structures, and then just so many important documents and monuments that I was just wondering, who are the forefathers, the presidents who just led the way for this nation? And then I just decided to do lots of research on the presidents, and then eventually it just became my passion after a year or two,
That's amazing.
That's amazing. So Luke, thinking about your future presidency, because I am already throwing that out into the universe, I know you will. I know you will, and I'll be so proud, to talk about how, Luke came on the show quite some time ago. So what are the things that you want to do, when you become the president?
Wow, that is a very interesting question. Wow.
No pressure, but it's always good to be, thinking about those things, right?
Well, Luke, I'll help you out with one, okay? Recently, I was on your show, on Scholastic, the Scholastic Express show, right? And you asked me a question.
Invite me for that show.
Yeah.
That's so much more fun than Kevin.
Right?
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, my God. Now, recently, on the show, you mentioned that Black Lives Matter movement. You talk about that a lot in your show and why that movement is important to you. Can you just explain to the world why it's important that we focus on the Black Lives Matter movement?
The Black Lives Matter movement, if we push this movement, push it as far as we can, as far as the eye can see, we can actually make racial equality for everyone. And then everyone's gonna realize that, wait, maybe not only Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. And so if we can make more equality for the African American population, for other persecuted populations, we can give equality for them too, because of that African American derived equality, building up, ascending equality.
Amazing. How about let's think about schools. As the president, right? So what do you think needs to change in schools? What would you do to change or improve if you had it your way as a president? How would schools be under you as a president?
I would definitely improve, make more extension work, expanding the limits of the talented and gifted kids, because they deserve to actually have something. They just deserve to have as high quality education, and that just goes for everyone. Yeah. Everyone deserves to be gifted, and you just need to bring education to the next level, because this next generation, once it gets older, it needs to be educated.
So Luke, you want to make sure everyone has an equal playing field. You want to make sure everyone has the same access as well, right?
Yeah.
Because that's extremely important. Because we want to make sure everyone has the same access and the same resources.
You want to see more people like yourself. I mean, you're a star, right? And we can all be stars, but also we have to honor that you, Luke, bring something different, right?
Absolutely.
You are really amazing, and there's no way out of it. Also, Luke, I have another question for you, if you don't mind, because I'm really curious. I'm really curious to what this new United States of America will look like under you as a president. You know what I'm saying?
President Lamour.
Right?
President Lamour.
Well, he can also.
I'm calling it now.
If he wants, it could also be called President Luke.
You like that? That's the first time you heard that, Luke, right? President Lamour. I know.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God.
Luke, I got a little thing for you here. 20 years from now, how old are you gonna be, Luke?
20 years from now, I'll be 31.
31. So 30 years from now, how old are you gonna be?
Me? 18. Why are you laughing? It's not funny.
He can be president, and he's going to be president. But I'm curious. What were you thinking, Pauline?
Yeah, so Kevin cut me, Luke. I had this train of thought, and I am a gifted and talented kid myself. I have ADHD. This thing that they call high proclivity ADHD, which is super crazy. That's why you see Kevin is, you can't see. So Kevin is standing still, and I can't. I just fidget a lot from one side to the other. But that's who I am. Mm-hmm. So as someone who has ADHD and who has found a lot of, happiness through art, do you think schools nowadays offer enough, arts and writing and literature programs for kids?
to be honest,
Yeah.
it's not really enough. I mean, they're doing some things about it, but they're not pushing it really to the next level. They're not expanding it. And if I were to be president, I would like expand enrichment programs for kids who are gifted in literature.
Yeah, so why you said that they were doing some things. Why do you think is that? Why do you think that maybe schools or people who run schools think that oftentimes it's more important for folks to spend more time learning certain things versus other things? Why do you think that is?
So some topics are just more important, and some topics are more of like a side gig.
Gotcha.
President Lamour. I'm gonna every time I see you now, I'm gonna call you President Lamour. So President Lamour, what I would like you to do right now, I want you to stand up right in front of you.
Physically stand up.
Yep, you got it. All right.
Okay.
And I want you to think about President.
Hopefully you're wearing pants.
Yep. All right. Awesome.
Good.
Yep. You can step back just a little bit if you have to there. Yep. Just so we can see you.
That's
Perfect.
A big chair.
Yeah, there we go. So President Lamour, what I want you to do, I want you to think about as president, let's say this was your first speech. Okay? What would you do, President Lamour?
What would you say?
What would you say and what
We are America
three
right here.
three action things that would you change? If you ruled, if you had control, the first three things you would work on, you would execute.
There you go.
Okay. What would they be, President Lamour? I, President Lamour, I want you to say, I, President Lamour, will change, work on this, and this.
That.
Okay?
Three things.
I know you're thinking about it now. Okay, here we go. On two. 1, 2.
I, President Lamour, will reform the electoral college system.
Oh my goodness.
2 more.
2 more.
I, President Lamour, will reform schooling.
Yes. What
One
else?
more.
One more.
I, President Lamour, will continue racial equality, not for just African Americans, but for all races who are persecuted.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God,
Got
Luke.
my vote.
President Lamour,
Ron.
I'm voting for you.
Ron is our producer. In
That's
the room.
it.
He said he's voting for president.
President Lamour, please take your seat. Oh
Thank
my
you
gosh,
so
you
much.
are a phenomenal young man and
really
such an
are.
inspiration to so many people.
I know, right?
Wow.
Even grown-ups like me, I feel more inspired because I talk to you, and you bring so much hope, right? And I think that that's amazing.
Yes. President Lamour, are you working on another book?
My goal is to make a whole series for each president, so that each president gets their own spotlight, and then like maybe people can learn, maybe like future even politics, so that way people can like learn about the presidents, the forefathers.
Amazing. And you're going to be illustrating those books as well, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Not only writing, but
Yeah,
illustrating,
illustrating as well.
So, President Lamour, like, what is your advice for other 11-year-olds out there watching this show, and who are
Or
looking for
8-year-olds. 8 and 7.
Anyway.
I know.
and looking for like a way to express themselves, because I think that you found yourself a good way to express yourself through literature and writing, right? But what is your advice out there for people who are still looking? Do you have any advice for those people?
So my advice, it would be to not like, how should I word this? Just follow the rules. Just make sure to follow the rules and get advice from people. Just get your wisdom from people, but don't lock yourself and identify yourself with the system.
Wow.
And when you
Wait.
yourself-
President Lamour,
Can
can
you
you
repeat
say that
that?
one more time, please?
It's good to follow the rules of a system, a good system,
Right.
a corruptless and just system, but don't completely identify yourself with the system.
Now for my 9 and 8-year-olds and my 7-year-olds out there, can we break it down just a little bit more for them? Like as if they were in school, so they can understand.
Super easy words.
Just be your own person.
I love that. See, that was for me. I love that.
That's
right.
That's
amazing. All right, President Lamour, thank you so much for being here with us today.
The honor is mine. Just
wait. President Lamour, I think our buddy Ron back there, he has something to say to you, President Lamour.
Sorry.
You can reiterate it for me, but
okay.
I just want him to know that as he grows up, never lose that childhood clarity that he has right now. He's going to get a lot of outside influences, but he sees it clearly. Never lose that as he gets older.
Never. You are who you are, and you are amazing. Remember that always.
So, President Lamour, did you hear Ron? He said, never lose your inner child within yourself.
And the clarity.
And the clarity that you have.
Yeah.
Okay? Be your authentic self.
Adults forget that.
And always trust yourself. Always trust yourself.
Always. And always, and you said something earlier, and I have to, always go to your mom and dad. They always have your back.
Always.
Yes.
Okay?
Those are the people who love you the most.
Remember that. Because my mom is my best friend.
All right. Amazing. Let's give him another hand.
You are amazing, man.
He's amazing. All right. Thank you so much for being with us, President Lamour. Oh, my gosh. Amazing.
President Luke Lamour, any last word or statement?
I just appreciate that I was invited here today, and I just never expected to actually be here.
You can come back anytime you want. Anytime you want, you come back here, and I'll give you my seat if that's the case. And
Yeah,
you can do this whole
absolutely.
show with Kevin.
No, he can have my seat. He can just.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You can also have Ron's seat. He's not talking, but anyway. So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Okay, enjoy your weekend, President Lamour, and I hope to see you soon.
Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
How can people purchase your book? If they're interested in purchasing your book, where can they go?
For those who want to purchase my book, it's called Jimmy Carter, From the Peanut Life to the Presidency. You can get it on Amazon.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
And have a wonderful day and stay positive. Continue inspiring others around you.
Yes.
And as you said, be your own self.
Your person.
Person,
Your
right?
person.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Adorable.
Ah.
He is going to be the next president in about 20 to 30 years from now. 30 years from now.
I am so happy.
Wow.
I am so happy.
Amazing.
Now on to our third guest. I mean, how can you top that?
So,
Okay, never mind.
yeah, but when we think about
Yeah.
someone such as Luke Lamour,
Yeah.
and you think about the energy at 8 years old, imagine writing your own book.
Right. And being so present, right? And I think that Ron touched on something really critical here,
Yeah.
which is like his ability of okay, this is who I am.
Right.
There's clarity, right? That
Yeah.
this is who I am, and this is what I love, and this
Right.
is, this is really important.
Mhm.
Every child deserves that clarity.
Every child.
And not every child gets that clarity.
That's right.
Particularly when it comes to, because, schools are built in a particular way.
Mhm.
They honor a particular student. They don't honor the gifted and talented experience, not the folks who are, delivering at a particular level when it comes to standardized testing and
Yeah.
other stuff, which is so problematic, right? As a PhD in educational policy, I know very well what's behind that. So it's just so complicated to me, when we know that kids could be more like President Lamour.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they're not getting the opportunity to be, whoever they want to be.
Right.
That's really heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
And that is the whole reason why I'm pursuing a PhD in
Right.
educational leadership,
Yeah.
because so much has to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need more Lukes. I mean, really.
Absolutely.
I look at every child to me, every child has the potential to be really whoever. To be like whoever they want to be. Seeing him is so refreshing, but I think we need to do so much work, right? Particularly in this country. This country has so many resources. Historically, this country has been snatching resources from other countries.
But going back to like education, and when you were talking about gifted and talented, and that's why I love when Luke said making sure all kids have resources. Because I remember even myself being in 5th and 6th grade, and when I got to 7th grade, they put me in a special ed class, and I had to stay there for a year and work myself out of that. But if I didn't have that parental support, I wouldn't have actually made it to gifted and talented. And then I wouldn't actually have gone on to classical magnet and Wesleyan University while I was in 9th and 10th grade in the summer. So making sure all students are given that opportunity and not just judged by how well they performed on a standardized test. Or how well they are, and how well they actually execute something. When I look at Luke and I look at his story, and one thing I got from Luke was that he said, be your own person. Whoever you are. And I always think about kids. I say to them, it's so interesting when we get to a certain age, we lose a sense of self. And we always revert back to, I'm a little nervous now. I'm afraid of what people are going to think. So for all of you that are listening today and who are watching the show, remember to be your own person.
Absolutely. So I'm going to throw in a big word there. Unapologetically. Don't apologize for being yourself.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I think schools don't quite encourage that. They want you to fit a particular box, right? And that's not fair because someone like myself, I never fit a box. I'll tell you really quick to sort of showcase how schools don't really honor the experience of gifted students and folks who are not within a particular box. I was 4 years old. Of course, I had a performance at 4 years old, and I was thrown on the stage, you know what I'm saying? And my mom forgot my glasses, I threw a fit and performed. And of course, everyone at the school got so crazy about it, but that's something so minor, right? That I was a little kid diva that hasn't changed. But schools really hope that kids will behave a particular way. And they're not embracing of that. This is a fun story, but I hear a bunch of really heartbreaking stories of kids who are not getting the support they need because they can't perform a particular way. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I think that's a nice, moment to wrap up with our takeaways. What is your takeaway today, Kevin?
Well, when I think about my takeaway from today, I think about If I Fail by Tupac Shakur. He wrote that poem when he was a preteen. And it goes like this. If I fail, if in my quest to achieve my goals, I stumble or crumble and lose my soul, those that knew me would easily co-sign there was never a life as hard as mine. No father, no money, no chance, and no guide. I only follow my voice inside. If it guides me wrong and I do not win, I'll learn from my mistakes and try to achieve again. He said, I'll learn from my mistakes and try to achieve again. So when you think about that little boy, when he was a little boy writing that poem, it's about learning from your own issues and things you go through to continue pushing forward so you can be the person that you are called to be and continue to tap into your greatness. Amen. So it goes back to what I learned from Marco Fabretti today and from Luke Lamour is just continue being yourself, continue tapping into your greatness, and don't allow anyone to prevent you from moving forward. And keep that inner child within yourself.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, my takeaway was be your own person. And I'm all set with that. Thank you so much for being here at the Culture Flip Side today. We love you. We love you when it's crazy. We can't, but feels crazy. We love you.
And you know what? And for everyone who may be dealing with a lot of issues right now, we want to tell you, always stay, true to yourself. And remember, God is always with you. So for a lot of people right now who may be going through some things, God Thank you so much for bringing us together on the show. Thank you so much for this time. And thank you for bringing us together as one. Amen. We appreciate you. And we thank you so much for joining us on the Cultural Flip Side. Peace.
Bye.